Hello, good morning, and a very warm welcome to everyone. My name is Els. For those of you joining us for the first time, let me give you a little bit of a background. As a number of staff at Onepoint Consulting regularly practice Raksha Yoga meditation, which is also known as yoga of the mind, we had the thought to share some of these principles and practices with a wider audience. And the outcome of this was the Oneness project, which was launched in May 2020 at the height of the pandemic. And this was a period marked by increased concern for people's mental health, particularly anxiety and depression. Since May 2020, we have offered these half-hour Oneness sessions facilitated by experienced meditators from diverse professional backgrounds. Each session focuses on a particular topic and includes a short meditation exercise. We are very delighted to let you know that to date we have more than 120 guest speakers from across the world who have contributed to this project. And we have recorded these sessions, so they are all available on YouTube. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome Dr. Raksha Balbadhur, who joins us from South Africa, Cape Town. Raksha is a medical doctor with over 22 years experience in palliative medicine, so a discipline that she specialized in. She has a master's degree in the dignity experience of patients with advanced disease. Raksha is the founder and the chairperson of a non-profit organization in South Africa to support healthcare professionals. She also serves as a board member at the local and national palliative medicine body in South Africa. Raksha brings meaning and peace to the lives of her patients in their most challenging times of their lives. She's based in Cape Town, and as a student and teacher of Raksha Yoga meditation, she supports all the activities of the meditation centers in Africa. So the topic for today is staying calm in chaos, finding meaning in life. So very warm welcome to you, Raksha.
Thank you, Els, and thank you, Onepoint. So it's my pleasure to be with you and today to share a little bit on this topic of staying calm in chaos and finding meaning in everything. And so, as you know, the medical field in palliative medicine and, in South African government departments is very fast-paced and overburdened, understaffed, and can be very traumatic for the healthcare worker and very chaotic. Yet equally, it is such a highly spiritual and rewarding field if one can always stay calm in the chaos. And for me, what has really worked to stay calm in the chaos is to always seek to find meaning in all the matters of chaos. And so I do feel very privileged to work in these fast-paced, hectic environments because it has definitely supported the maturing of the being over these many years. And so in today's brief session, I would just like to share with you through some stories my experience of staying calm in the chaos through meaning making and allowing that to matter in my life. And if one always seeks to find meaning in the matters of chaos, it changes the chaos into a situation that uplifts you and one can stay uplifted. And so I remember my first very stark aha moment was, in a clinic in my first or second year of practice. And I was in a busy clinic. It was a long day, and often I don't like to limit the interaction to just the medical aspect of care, but I like to find out more about the whole person. which is why I chose to work in the field of palliative medicine. But I was in this clinic and a head popped up, at the door. And this person said hello, and as she bounced into the room, full of energy, this chirpy voice, and as she began to speak, I thought, wow, you look like somebody I know. You have this similar voice, and you also have a similar thinking pattern, because as she was sharing, I could see that, they had a similar character. And we continued to speak, and then I opened her file to discover, about her medical history. And lo and behold, she had the exact same medical illnesses as the one who she reminded me of. And I just remember at that moment thinking that I am really my creation. Everything about me, how I look, how I speak, how I think, how I move, even my disease profile, is a choice. And I was so awestruck, by that discovery. And I remember while driving home, calling this very close loved one that she reminded me of. And I was sharing this with her, and just reminding her that, even the disease we may have, I can have some control over it, because I am the one who is creating not just what's inside of me, but what is outside of the spiritual being that I am. And so for me, just quite a very meaningful moment there, discovering how we are not slaves, but we are creators of our destiny. And so be the one who knows that you are your creation, and can you work with the self to create the person that you want in this world. And so another aspect of, I was just thinking of the aspects that help me stay calm in the chaos of the medical field. Another aspect was that, every time you walk into a healthcare environment, it can be highly draining, in that, you're walking into environments that are highly stressful, with individuals struggling with themselves, struggling with their body, struggling with their mind, in their relationships, with their spirituality. And I know one of my patients described it as an outside attack on all these levels: bio, psycho, social, cultural, and spiritual. And when you are faced with, many individuals every day as you walk into these environments, there's all these waves that are coming towards you, and how do you respond to that? Do you just become a passive absorber, or do I raise my frequency so that I can raise the amplitude of the waves that I radiate into those atmospheres? So can I, find meaning to see that I've been placed in such environments so that I could keep my spirit lifted, so that I can support those environments rather than complain and be at the mercy of those environments. Be a creator of your environment. And so I remember walking into very hectic casualty departments, one of the most violent ones, and once there was a mob attack on us as well. And there have been incidences where healthcare professionals were murdered, in very difficult casualty departments. And I remember whenever I would walk into that casualty department, as I'm walking down the corridor towards that department, I would remind myself, I'm a great angel And so, really raising my vibration and visualizing how I would like the night to play out. And so definitely, working in highly draining environments where people are struggling, one needs to stay lifted and then uplift those around you, and to visualize it as, an environment with all these possibly 50 to 60 individuals with their energy that they are emitting, worried, fearful, unhappy, struggling, suffering. And do I want to mirror that, or do I want to raise my vibration to support them? And for me, what I have always depended on as well is on connecting to a source, connecting to a source that can recharge me. So not plugging into the empty cells of the batteries of my colleagues or the department or the patients, but connecting to a source that is ever full and supportive and powerful, and then staying lifted by keeping the self charged as one moves through those environments. And just that simple practice and how it can bring comfort, it can soothe the negative waves being emitted, the highly anxious or stressful waves being emitted by others in the environment. And so really, to stay rooted to your purpose, and is your purpose to expect and drown in your environment, or is my purpose to stay connected to why I am here, and to stay connected to an intangible support that can then replenish my energy to help me be a support for those around me. And I know in South Africa, we are a highly resilient community, despite the highest rates of motor vehicle accidents, rape, crime, in the world, HIV, AIDS, and many first and third world diseases. But despite that, a very resilient population that can sing and dance and bounce back from all the traumas. And their one strength, even in my master's research, is their connection to their spirituality or their religious foundations, and how it is their anchor in all the chaos of their lives, be it from childhood to current, working with teams that, possibly are abused at home, team members, but the resilience to make that change and to bounce back no matter what. But the one thing is that connection to a higher source. In South Africa, the day begins, with a prayer, and we have amazing singers in our hospitals, in and amongst the staff. And so no day does not begin with that connection to source. And so that the shift for the healthcare workers can be a peaceful and a productive one. And so yes, the aspect of also staying connected to my purpose and why I am here. And the other aspect that has really helped me staying calm in the chaos is, if I look at these many years, and initially when one begins in the field of health, one may be, upset with the management of certain patients and and if things were not as perfect as they should be, a system that is struggling. And I've learned to really come to understand that the best is happening for everyone if I can see the bigger picture. Yesterday, it's almost every day there's these amazing moments, but just yesterday, I've been away from a city where I took care of many patients, and I saw that one of my patients had passed away, and the other doctor shared with me that what had happened, and it was a peaceful transition, but the son had wished that he had another year with his father. And my response to that doctor was, he passed in his accurate time. And knowing the patient, he had spent a good quality of time with the son, despite being bedbound, he chose at the accurate time when he needed to go. And I'm just remembering my second year of practice as a medical person and as a doctor. And I was in a rural hospital. And as I was doing the ward round from across the open ward in this rural hospital, from many meters away, the nurse who was singing and doing the dressings for the patients, she called me, and they used to call me Mangane, which means little one. So I was 24, 5 at the time. And so Mangane, she called me and she said, come, Mkulu says that today is his last night, and this is the song I must sing at his funeral. And so I went to his bedside, and I had known him for a few days, and so I said, but Mkulu, and I paged. Mkulu means a respectful word for an elderly man. I said, but Mkulu, look, your bloods are perfect, you're looking great, your burns have healed. So he had burns in the winter when there was a fire in his hut. And I said, you're not going anywhere. And so that was, my response to him. And when I came back to work the next day, Mkulu was gone. And so for me, that was also, just an amazing moment of seeing the bigger picture and how, each and everyone's purest intentions are materializing. And so not to feel that why is this happening and why is that happening. And I see it in my work as a palliative medicine physician, where, my patients that, want a quick exit, very able, very independent, that is what happens, So it's not that it's a slow, progressive illness, and yet they may have cancer, but something else happens that it can be a quick, good, beautiful death, So to understand that everything is conspiring to support me on my journey, just do your best and let go. And don't resist, but appreciate the gift that the drama of life is bringing towards me. I love this little video that I had watched where there were metal balls that moved on a curvy wooden structure where there were ups and downs, and then a metal ball that flowed down a straight line. And it was interesting that where there were ups and downs, the metal ball reached the target faster than where it was a straight line. And so really the ups and downs of life help me move faster. And you know how they say, if you're flatlining, you're not alive, isn't it? So you need movement for a healthy heart and a healthy ECG. And so echocardiogram. And so to understand that, in all that is happening, focus on your intentions and do your best and trust the rest. And so that is always something that that has been a learning, and if one pays attention to it, I've seen, it helps me make meaning of life. And I loved, once a friend asked, one of our yogis, why is it, that, we have all these things and all these people are just sitting and having nice meditation. And so this yogi said that everyone is exactly where they need to be to reach their highest potential. And so to see the drama of life, where everyone is placed exactly where they need to be to reach their highest potential, and to stay in your lane, focus on your intentions, do your best, and trust the rest. And that your purest intentions will definitely materialize. And so these are some little stories and thoughts of staying calm in the chaos. And I've observed that, over this time, that it is, making meaning and seeing the world beyond the physical, looking at the spiritual development, the spiritual growth that is happening for everyone. And when you focus on that, there's light. And when you focus on the darkness, it's like a black hole, and you're sucked into that vacuum. And so it is very hectic environments currently that we all live and work in. But as we live and work in those hectic environments, can I always keep my eye on the benefit, on making meaning out of all the matters that I am surrounded by? And so always see how, I am a creator of my world. Be one who stays lifted, connected, and keep radiating higher frequency, powerful energy that will support rather than drown in the energy of the world. And also, can I always understand that everything is in my favor and everyone else's favor, and the drama of life is perfectly being orchestrated so that everyone reaches their highest potential. And I know that friends and many that I've been exposed to, the power of who they are came with their very challenging life circumstances, and because of their deep experience of coming through that challenge, they've emerged an very mature, wise individual who can then offer solutions to all those around them. And so let's gently now go through a little reflection on some of these thoughts that were shared. And so I invite you to just sit comfortably. And if you wish, you can focus on the beautiful image on the center of your screen, and allow your mind to follow the words that I will share. And so I sit comfortably and I relax. And maybe it's been a long week. And so I invite my body to become totally relaxed. The body absorbs the tension, the stress of the week. And so I just scan my whole body from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. unwinding every muscle of this body. And I feel all the tension, all the tiredness just slip down this body, down my feet, into the earth beneath me. Sitting with my feet on the ground and my hands on my lap, I take a deep breath in, just breathing in peace, filling these lungs with peace to its very depths. As I breathe out all the stale air in these lungs, once again I breathe in peace, and I breathe out. I relax the muscles of my feet that have carried me on this amazing journey of life. And I thank these feet, relaxing the tiny, tiny muscles of these feet. I relax the muscles of my legs. I straighten my spine. Once again, breathing in peace, filling my lungs to its very recesses with absolute peace. Relaxing my stomach as I gently breathe out, totally relaxing my neck and shoulders. We can carry the weight of the whole world on these shoulders. And I gently invite them to become even more relaxed. And more and more. Relaxing the muscles of my arms to the tips of my fingers, my scalp, my face, my jaw. In this moment, I don't have to hold on to any masks or roles and responsibilities. This is my time. And as my thoughts just drift away on the screen of my mind, I visualize a tiny, beautiful light, like a beautiful star in the night sky, just shining and sparkling and radiating a glowing light that washes away all thoughts. And like an ocean, this tiny light, liquid light of peace just flows from that tiniest spark on the screen of my mind in the center of my forehead, flowing down my neck and shoulders to the tips of my fingers. These currents of peace flow from this tiniest light down my body to the tips of my toes. And every cell of this body, all 40 trillion cells, just drink up this peace. Wave after wave of peace just emits from this light, flowing outward to revitalize and replenish the cells of this body with peace. My every thought, that I create as this tiniest living conscient light has an impact, a deep impact. And so I choose to stay in this experience of peace, light, gratitude to every cell of this body. And in one moment, I plug into a source, an ocean of all that I need today. And I allow that energy to flow to me, filling me up. And then I watch as this energy flows outward into my environments. And nothing is as it appears. If I have to remove the physical, I would see a world of a sea of 8 billion beautiful, unique, powerful lights that stud the globe, uniquely sparkling. And so who am I? And why am I here? Let me stay connected to who I am. Stay recharged. And continue to focus on the beautiful energy that I can be and offer this world. Trusting that this purest energy is creating my world. I shine my best, my brightest, and I trust the rest. Everything is happening exactly as it should, so that each and every one of us can come back to that bright light that we are. And now gently, I hold these thoughts as I bring my awareness back to myself seated in this chair, and I become present. Thank you.
Thank you, Raksha, for sharing your thoughts on this topic, staying calm in chaos and finding meaning in life. And also thank you for this beautiful meditation experience. I've written down a few things for myself, and I really liked how you described that we are not slaves, but creators of our destiny. I think that's a very important slogan, and very good if we can keep remembering that. But also how you shared your experience that the medical environment is very stressful and hectic, which I can imagine, but how you can maintain your attitude of bringing hope and light in the lives of your patients, those who are at a very critical phase in their life. So thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you very much to the technical team supporting us behind the scenes. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and I hope you will have a very nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raksha.
Thank you, Alice.